Alright, I got a 10-second countdown before my review of Deadpool. So let's count down. 10, shit. 9, fuck. 8, shit, fuck. 7 seconds later. 1, good Frozen. Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Stews here, and welcome back to another movie review with Deadpool Wolverine just right around the corner. I am seeing that film on Wednesday, 2 days from now. I am here today to conclude my X-Men reviews leading up to Deadpool Wolverine with my review on the Deadpool films. Yep, I would of course I would save those for last because it's Deadpool and the new Deadpool movie is Deadpool 3. Yep. So let's get into this with Deadpool. So Deadpool is the first installment in the Deadpool trilogy and pretty much the first X-Men film to be set apart from the other X-Men films, meaning its own thing. And it came out in the year 2016 and is directed by Tim Miller, who sadly directed Terminator Dark Fate. And it stars Ryan Reynolds, Morena Baccarin, Ed Skirian, TJ Miller, Gina Carano, Leslie Ugams, Brianna Hildebrand, Stefan Kapik, Karan Sony, etc. And so the film tells a story, the original story of how Wade Wilson became Deadpool. So yeah, now Wade Wilson it is on a spends his life on a relationship with Vanessa, his girlfriend and maybe fiance, and yeah, but then all of a sudden Wade becomes Wade starts to have cancer. He was diagnosed with cancer, and so Wade is like pretty much being threatened to die from cancer, but he doesn't want to die because he wants to continue living his life with Vanessa. He's recruited by a group of scientists led by Francis, who is also known as Ajax as his alter ego. Yeah, he pretty much performs an experiment on the on Wade that can give him new abilities and make him live longer. But unfortunately, the experiment was actually a scam, and Deadpool's face and body gets damaged. So yeah, he gets worried that Vanessa isn't going to like him anymore. So Vanessa ends up assuming that Deadpool is dead. Well, that Wade is dead, but it turns out Wade becomes the mercenary known as a Deadpool. He puts on a red suit to cover up his face, and he goes on a quest to not only win the love of Vanessa back, but also to get revenge on Ajax slash Francis for pretty much ruining his life. Dead now. I learned about the history of Deadpool of this film's production. So back in 2014, Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller created this fan made footage of this. I'm not sure if it was it was fan made. This fan made footage of Deadpool, of the car scene in Deadpool, like specifically the scene when Deadpool was like drawing and then he jumped into a car with like maximum effort, and then he kicked the living shit out. He kicked the crap out of the guys from inside the car. That one. And so pretty much that was actually a scene from the test footage, and then they showed it to Fox. But unfortunately, yeah, they showed the Fox in hoping that Fox can let Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller direct a Deadpool movie. But unfortunately, like Fox was not impressed with it and did not want it to happen. They didn't want they didn't allow Ryan Reynolds and Tim Miller to make the movie. But a miracle happened when a mysterious person leaked or rather showed the fan made footage online and footage on online and yep yeah, sorry, wait, I'm lost. Yeah, the fan made footage online, and people were actually impressed with it. Yeah, it was getting glowing reviews from the viewers, and since when Fox found out about the glowing reviews, they immediately greenlit the Deadpool movie. So yeah, it was actually that person who posted the fan made footage that pretty much made this movie happen miraculously. Now, yeah, I'm sure you guys remember that movie when Deadpool was introduced to the Fox universe with X-Men Origins Wolverine. Now, whenever we think about X-Men Origins Wolverine, of the first thing we come into our mind, the first thing we think about is pretty much how they fucked up Deadpool. Because yeah, Deadpool, yeah, that film like pretty much ruined the Deadpool, and it caused so much backlash. But yeah, a couple of 7 years later, Deadpool returns to the Fox cinematic universe, rebooted as yeah, pretty much he's become like a rebooted character and more comic accurate, where he actually wears the red suit this time around and is able to kick ass and. He pretty much does everything that fans would have hoped for Deadpool, and this was considered to be one of the most anticipated movies of 2016. So yeah, now me personally, with me personally, sadly I did not see this movie in theaters. I know, there are people who saw this film. Heck, I even know some people from the US who actually saw this film like in theaters when they were like 10, 11, 12. Yeah, sadly though, in my country, they're very strict with the rating. I'm guessing the US in the US, they're not very strict when it comes to who can watch R-rated movies, even though you're supposed to be like 17 to watch it. But I guess the US doesn't give a shit, because I know kids who've seen R-rated movies. But in my country, now I actually saw Deadpool like earlier on, like during its release, even before it came out in digital. But I saw this movie on camcorder. Yeah, in fact, fun fact, guys, this was actually the very first movie I saw on camcorder. Yeah, so and yeah, but a lot of my classmates also like watched this movie on camcording, and we were like the class was like talking to death about it. At the time. And oh, and by the way, fun fact, guys, this movie came out on the same year as Zootopia, my second favorite movie of 2016, second only behind The Edge of 17, and one of my favorite Disney movies in general. I know, Zootopia technically came out in March in the US, but in my country, not only did it come out on February 2016, but it came out on the exact same day as Deadpool. So how cool is that? And yeah, Deadpool is one of the most praised superhero movies at the time, just mainly for being a game changer for our rated comic book films, because at the time, every single comic book film was PG-13. R-rated comic book films was a rare thing, yeah. Especially coming from Marvel and DC. And the last time we got an R-rated superhero film back then, like in the early 2010s, is Kick-Ass 2. And in 2014 and 15, there was not a single R-rated superhero film. So yeah, Deadpool came along, and yeah, when I know there are some people who say that Deadpool is overrated, but yeah, you gotta admit, without Deadpool, we wouldn't have some great R-rated comic book projects. Like we wouldn't have Logan. Yeah, without this film, we wouldn't have Logan, the best X-Men movie. And one of the greatest comic book films ever. In fact, I think I mentioned this in my Logan review, but Logan may be my favorite R-rated film in recent years. Like, yeah, sure, the Godfather is my favorite R-rated film of all time, but Logan's probably my second favorite R-rated film of all time, second only to The Godfather. Well, yeah, I guess so, but that's just what I remember from my favorite movies of all time list. And after rewatching Deadpool today, I gotta say this movie still holds up. To this day, yeah, this movie absolutely holds up. Now, yes, it's not one of my oh wait, actually, I forgot to mention. Sorry for like this. I didn't finish my sentence earlier, but without this movie, we wouldn't have Logan, we wouldn't have the Suicide Squad, we wouldn't have The Boys or Invincible, like two of the greatest R-rated comic book shows of all time. But yeah, so yeah, sorry if I didn't finish the sentence. I was a bit scrambled there, but anyways, moving on. Yeah, Deadpool is a masterpiece. I love this movie. It's so good. Sure, I wouldn't regard this as one of the greatest comic book films ever. It's not really a film that I would love with a passion. And yeah, I know there are some people who say it's one of the greatest superhero films of all time. I wouldn't say that. And while we can all agree that Logan is the peak of the X-Men films, I wouldn't necessarily put Deadpool higher up on my X-Men ranking. Yeah, I am actually planning to do my ranking of all X-Men films. Hopefully before I get to see Deadpool or Wolverine. But spoiler alert. Yeah, I'd personally rank Days of Future Past and First Class above this one. But I'd say it's better than X2 and pretty much all the older X-Men films for damn sure. And yeah, this movie, this is a superhero masterpiece and an absolute game changer to the genre. Yeah, and yes, like what I said, without this film and its success, we wouldn't have gotten the mature comic book film trend that we have today. Yeah, what exactly do I love about Deadpool? What makes Deadpool amazing? Well, a lot, and I mean a lot. No one can play the role of Deadpool better than Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. There is no denying. And yes, I like Ryan Reynolds a lot. I mean, he has some great roles. With Free Guy, guy from Free Guy, Pikachu from Pokemon Detective Pikachu, like the Adam Project. One of the most underrated Sean Levy films. Red Notice. Besides Gal Gadot, he was the best part of the film. And I still think Red Notice was a guilty pleasure, by the way. The Croods. He has some cameos in films like Bullet Train, House and Shaw. Like so much to name, but none of his other roles can even match to Deadpool. Yeah, this is the definitive Ryan Reynolds role. The film features pretty much everything audiences love about Deadpool and recaptures who he is and his personality and identity in the comics very faithfully. Deadpool is a very comedic character who breaks the fourth wall, and that's exactly what he is in this film. Sure, Deadpool is annoying in this film. He talks a lot, he doesn't shut up, but he can actually handle it because that's exactly who Deadpool is. Oh, I know I know what you're gonna say. Oh, but Frozen, you hate on the minions for being annoying, but they're supposed to be annoying. Well, at least Deadpool has a personality. I mean, the only purpose of the minions is just for advertising and promotion, but that's pretty much it. But at least Deadpool, because I mean, because you know that he's supposed to be an annoying character, you actually engage with him, even if he's annoying. You can actually let that slip by, and Deadpool is actually funny. Like, there was never an instance in this film where I grew tired of Deadpool shenanigans. Shenanigans. Yeah, the film is absolutely hilarious with all the meta jokes and fourth wall breaking. Undeniably one of the funniest comic book films ever made. Period. The action scenes are some of the best in the X-Men franchise, and arguably the best aspect of this film. Yeah, that's actually, to me, the standout aspect of this film. The action. Yeah, they're slick, fast paced, and stylish, especially with the opening highway chase scene, which is my personal favorite scene in the film. Yeah, maybe majority's favorite scene in the film. Yeah, starting off with Deadpool drawing him like killing Ajax in a very childish way, and then him like jumping to the cars with maximum effort and kicking the crap out of Ajax's henchmen, going from them to Ajax. And yeah, specifically my favorite scene in this film in specific was when what was when Deadpool was like trying to count down his bullets as he tried to like shoot at the henchmen one by one, and he's like 10 shit 9 fuck 8 shit fuck 7 good Deadpool 6 no, I mean bad Deadpool good Deadpool. Yeah, that was my favorite scene in the film. Yeah, and the way they choreograph their action scenes as well. Yeah, they make the action just extremely badass. And it's just so much fun to see. And yeah, as for the story, the story in this film is told in a non-linear way, where it goes pretty much, it starts off right in the climax, and it goes back in the beginning, and it goes back and forth. Yeah, it's one of those non-linear types of storytelling, and they actually tell it really well. It works really well when it comes to combining the action scenes and showing how Wade Wilson's ordinary life, building up to his origin story of how he became Deadpool. Like, with the film like mishmashing between action scenes and the origin story, the film actually it makes the film just so well edited and well paced too. Because I mean, if this movie was not structured non-linearly, if this film did not use the non-linear structure, if it started off with Wade Wilson being if it started off with Wade Wilson his origin story first, and then moving on to to him like becoming Deadpool after that, then it would have ruined the movie. Because not only would the movie have been very slow paced, but it would have actually made the movie feel more bland and less unique. So yeah, just with the way they combine it, I think the non-linear structure is what made this movie feel unique, and engaging. And yeah, the movie isn't all fun and games, because the story does get dark and edgy, with the main storyline being about Wade dealing with cancer, wanting to live for a longer time, and getting his revenge on the people who mess with him. Wade and Vanessa's relationship is the heart and soul of the film. And Vanessa may be my favorite character in this film. Yeah, she's so likable and gorgeous. And she's actually the heart of this film. Okay, well, maybe both Vanessa and Wade are tied as my favorite character in the film. Yeah, it's hard not to put Deadpool as your favorite character, but I can't help but also consider Vanessa to be among my favorite characters in the film. Ajax, aka Francis, is such an underrated, overhated villain. He's nowhere near as forgettable as people make it out to be, and he actually has some great lines too. Like, "What's my name?" Yeah, he always that's pretty much his catchphrase, and it's just great. And Ed Skrein is like great in his roles. Although, unpopular opinion, I prefer him in Alita Battle Angel. And I prefer Alita Battle Angel over this one in general. Yeah, but As great as Ajax is, Angel Dust would be my my favorite villain in the film, and possibly my favorite Deadpool villain ever. Yeah, I honestly doubt. I highly doubt. Um, I highly doubt the villain Deadpool Wolverine. Cassandra Nova is gonna top her. I mean, as great as Ajax is, and as great as Cassandra Nova, I'm sure it's gonna be Angel Dust is the goat of Deadpool villains for me. Yeah. And yeah, first of all, yeah, she is my favorite Gina Carano role. Even over Cara Dune from The Mandalorian, and yeah, she is such a badass with her especially when she did that superhero landing, and the fact that she's able to kick the crap out of Colossus. Which, by the way, Colossus is another one of my favorite characters in the film. I like how likable he is, and he's like the father figure of Deadpool. And Negasonic Teenage Warhead 2 is another one of my favorites. Angel Dust, man. The fact that she kicked the crap out of Colossus, and Deadpool couldn't do it. That just goes to show how powerful of a villain she is. Damn. The film also went out of its way to include an animated sequence, specifically towards the end of the film when Deadpool imagined the animated characters popping out of Vanessa's head. Yeah. So overall, Deadpool Wolverine is a film that certainly gets better and better the more I rewatch it, and certainly grew on me the most in this recent viewing. It has everything it has everything fans hope for from a Deadpool movie, and certainly an apology for Fox ruining him in X-Men Origins Wolverine. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention as well. The short runtime of this film, it works perfectly. It didn't feel too long, but it didn't feel short either, despite this being the shortest X-Men film. Well, technically, one of the shorter ones. It's still longer than the first X-Men The Last Stand, and the New Mutants. But yeah, to be fair, X-Men movies aren't always too long. Even though I had no problem with Apocalypse being the longest X-Men film ever. So yeah, sure. Deadpool isn't quite one among my favorite movies of 2016. I think there are better movies I've seen in 2016. Yeah, if you saw my best movies of the 2016 list on Letterboxd, I would only put this at number 10, and I think number 10 is the right spot because it's hard to put this above a few other masterpieces that came out in the same year. I think 2016 is a far better year for movies than what people give credit for. Yeah. And this would also be my second favorite superhero movie of 2016. Second only behind Captain America: Civil War. And I know there are some people who prefer this film over Civil War, but to me, this film is Civil War is still like no competition, the best superhero film of 2016. But yeah, this is a close second. So yeah. With that said, I'm going to give Deadpool 5 stars out of 5. A masterpiece movie. So for the longest time I said that Deadpool 2 is better than Deadpool, but let's see on rewatch if Deadpool 2 can still hold up as being better than this film. But regardless, I just know that Deadpool Wolverine will dethrone this film. What are your thoughts on Deadpool? Would you agree with me that Deadpool is a masterpiece, or are you one of those people who finds this movie overrated? And yeah, and question: who agrees that Deadpool Wolverine is going to be the best Deadpool movie? Do you think that it could, or are you keeping your reservations in check? Are you keeping it reserved until you see the film? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for my review on Deadpool 2. So, yeah. Bye, guys.